So when the legislature last year went above and beyond what they've done in the past when it came to school funding, that was a huge deal for our school district, for our community, for our staff.
I'm grateful that finally public education seemed to be something that was a priority for our elected officials in Phoenix. Being 49th in the country in funding for education, or 47th depending on what the latest metric is, that's really not a point of pride. And so that $1 billion investment was progress on a path towards even becoming average related to funding of our schools. So there was some hope and optimism there. There was always some level of concern as well, because we knew that with that increased investment, we would bump up against the aggregate expenditure limit. You have to fix the second part of the problem in order for school districts like ours to be able to utilize that to positively impact outcomes for students.
As there is a new report out that says Arizona has one of the worst school systems in the country.
Arizona's public schools are facing huge cutbacks if lawmakers don't take action.
Arizona is still dealing with the teacher shortage.
Arizona is the worst in the country for cutting education.
In 2022, Stand for Children Arizona celebrated a long-fought victory for education funding. After many years of failed leadership, our organization was on the front lines of securing a much-needed $1 billion investment increase in public K-12 education. This was an especially important budget as it came after the Arizona Supreme Court stopped Prop 208, a proposition passed by Arizona voters in 2020. When this budget passed, we were given an explicit commitment from Governor Doug Ducey and the legislature that this increase of funding would reach our schools, paired with a long-term fix to the AEL. However, as we know, this didn't happen. While we continue to advocate for securing this funding long-term, we sat down with school administrators to get a full picture of what this budget increase meant to our schools, but also how it is only a step in the right direction. Our students deserve better than mediocrity.
We have an opportunity now to go forward with our contracts. We are in the middle of getting ready to do budgeting for next year, and now we have some certainty. The other thing that it impacts is the programming that we're able to provide to our students. It's not just about reading, writing, and arithmetic. It's making sure that we are addressing all of the needs that a student and their family might have.
We were very appreciative of the funding. That's never been in doubt. Yet we were cautious because we knew the AEL was going to be an issue.
It worries me that potentially this is going to impact my ability to retain quality staff. If there is a constant churn of budget, questions, concerns, gamesmanship, that uncertainty is something that we're still dealing with, and that is something that we really need to get a handle on.
We started looking at how can we take care of our staff. 80% of our budget goes to salaries.
What's going to keep our staff with us to help us educate the students?
For us, that meant that we were able to give a 3% raise to our teachers. We had already budgeted a 3% raise. We were able to then make it a 6% raise for our teachers. We addressed the compression issues that were in our classified salary schedules.
We're competing with fast food organizations and with other retail establishments for some of our hourly workers, and we were not able to keep people in certain important positions because they were able to make $15 or $16 an hour working at a Chick-fil-A.
So really that additional funding brought our students and staff to where we needed to be. So our job as administrators is not to think about what do I do to make my life easier. It's about what do I do for the people that work in the district? How do we make sure that they have what they need?
It is, in my opinion, a myth that, oh, it's only for the administration, it's only for the district. With that money that was budgeted to us, 9% went to certified staff. Our administrators and our exempt classified staff, they received 5. Our hourly staff, it was a mandate, we had to raise $1. On an annualized basis, that was about 6%. So when you look at that, our administrators got the least of everyone. We are trying to take care of our teachers.
It gave us more flexibility to get more money into the hands of our employees. And that's really a sense of pride. I mean, I've been doing this in education for 38 years. The reason I got in was to help people. And what I've found is we have a profession of people that really care about kids.